What is going on out there, peeps? All right, let's get into the Q&A part on this gold video. I did a couple of them, so some of these are combined from the last couple of videos. Man, if you're not paying attention to what's going on in the market right now, you notice that it's level. It's not going up really, it's not going down really. There's a reason for that. I keep telling you, right now we are in the prime position to keep stacking. So you guys, no matter what, keep stacking. Don't give up, don't quit. Do all you can to continue to stack. Quick reminder, we have Pimpy's investment chat. It's the same name as the YouTube channel. In here, we talk about investment opportunities, gold, silver, cryptocurrencies, as well as foreign currency investments. All right, no politics. Bring the politics over to here, which is the hidden things in front of your eyes whenever it gets there. There it is. Over here, you can talk about NESARA, GESARA, current events, politics, QAnon, you name it, talk about it over here. I do have a Twitter account for those of you who are interested. The link will be in the description. Come join me over here. I surely would appreciate it. So we're going to do a couple things here. I want you guys to listen to something. And before we get into this part right here, I want you to listen to what this man has. He has this plan for retirement that I think is awesome. I'm just going to play part of the clip, but I want you to listen to what he has to say because you can actually modify this to fit your needs. Listen to what he's saying.
Okay, so I'm going to base this on 10,000 ounces. Okay, and we're going to say hypothetically that silver is $18 an ounce when I retire. Now, I believe that's being very conservative. I have an absolute 100% belief that silver is going to be worth way more than that when I retire. But let's just stick to $18 an ounce for the purpose of this video. Okay, so 10,000 ounces at $18 an ounce. If I sold 400 ounces a year, it would take me 25 years to go through my stack. Now, $18 an ounce, 400 ounces is $7,200 extra. Now, that's important to understand that it's extra because I already have my 401k and some other investments that I made. So I'm going to have other revenue streams that is going to outpace as far as what I'm relying on my silver to do.
Do you hear what he said? I love this strategy. So he has 10,000 ounces. Now, I know not a lot of you can get there, but listen to what he's saying. He's being conservative. He's saying I have 10,000 ounces of silver at $18 an ounce. And we know damn well it ain't going to be at $18 an ounce. But he's saying, just for the sake of this example, 400 ounces he sells per year gives him $7,200 on top of his already retirement coming in. Do you see how slick that is? At $400 an ounce, he'll have 25 years worth of silver. That's not taking into consideration the fluctuation in the market. There's no way in hell it's going to be around $18 an hour. But do you see the strategy? It's very, very slick. So you could do the same kind of thing instead of for, well, I don't know, 24 or 25 years. Let's say you do 5,000 an ounce for, let's say just a little over 12 years. You sell 400 ounces per year and you make $7,200 on $18 an ounce. Do you see what I'm saying? Do you see how silver and precious metals adds and you could benefit from it? Do you see what I'm saying? This is a really, really slick plan this man's talking about. And he's being super, super conservative. That's what you should be thinking like. What this guy says, okay, fine, I have an IRA account. What am I going to get? Okay, how can I beef it up? This is what I'm going to do. And this is what he's doing. He's telling you at 10,000 ounces over 25 years at 400 ounces per year gives him an additional $7,200 in his income for the year. That's slick. I just wanted to share it with you. So if you are considering buying precious metals, please give our friends over at Money Metals Exchange a consideration. The link will be in the description. All right. If you buy more than $100 worth of precious metals, please use promo code Pimpy, P-I-M-P-Y, and get a free ½ ounce of silver. Let's get into these questions. Determination is highly needed in trading because only a brave heart determined to take the risk involved in making great profits. Absolutely. All right. And we are there when it comes to precious metals. It's a unique time in our history. It really is. NESARA is biblical. It is linked to the feast, and it is required through the Bible to happen every 50 years. Well, in the Jewish community, I believe it's every 7 years or 9 years. I'm not sure which one it is. They're supposed to have this debt forgiveness. This is actually a super jubilee because it is global. Yeah, I'll say it is. That's for dang sure. This is the first time in the Bible that it has happened. Go to Freedom Force Battalion and listen to Melissa. She was talking how all links to the Bible. I'm sure it does. Let's make no doubt about it. Well, not so much the Bible. Let's skip past the Bible part. But let's just say there's no doubt about it. If this happens, okay, and I don't, people go, oh, but you said if. No, I'm just saying. I'm being realistic. There's no doubt about it that you have nobody else to thank outside of God for making this happen, because this would be a world changer. The Connex is a Ponzi scheme. Didn't China get caught with 80 tons of counterfeit gold? Yeah, so what makes me nervous about this, for those you don't know what we're talking about, is the COMEX is stressing right now. So they have 46 sites in which they trust to supply them with precious metals. Now, because the demand is so high, they have turned to China and now have more than doubled their precious metal sites that they get their precious metals from. The problem is you can't trust China. China has a habit of selling fraudulent gold and silver. So you have to be very, very careful. I don't trust them at all. My only concern is allowing Chinese to put silver into the market. Someone is going to be checking it so we don't see it repeat a gold plated. Yeah. So again, see, this is what Lori's talking about. They have been caught on more than one occasion sending fake precious metals into the market. So we got to be very careful. I'm not very happy about the comics using China as one of their sources. Not one, but more than half their sources. Thanks, Pimpy. Just start investing. Use stimulus money. Only few ounces of silver. However, it's a start. Yeah, it is a start. That's the great thing about it. So keep going, you guys. Don't stop. Do all you can to figure out how to add to that pile, okay? Pimpy, in your opinion, how many folds do you think the gold and silver will increase in value in the days to come? There's a lot of us anticipating some kind of jump happening here in October. I don't know what kind of jump it's going to be. I'm anticipating that this meeting with IMF is going to tell us a whole lot. Whether gold and silver is added to the SDR basket, or if for some strange reason the US dollar is removed as the world's reserve currency, that would cause a huge hit in the value of the US dollar, probably drop 40-60%, which means currencies around the world would gain 40-60% against the US dollar, but also would force us to have to go into the gold standard, revalue our gold and silver values to equal what we need to cover the amount that's out there. So yeah, buy on the dip, pimp. Got it. Dang right. Dang skippy doo dah, we do that. Today is Father's Day in Australia. Today, I taught my youngest son that stacking ratio silver to gold. He's happier with the silver. That's a smart move. Good boy. Me, I'm happier. I won a great Southern Land Perth Mint Optal coin for the stack on eBay. Who cares on the cost? It gets averaged out across domestic stacks and collectible stacks. But keep receipts for proof of tax, man. So yeah, you're talking about specific numismatic coins. Yeah, I know what you mean. I got a lot of them, a ton of them, to be quite honest with you. Silver coins are beautiful coins. They stopped taking unemployment insurance and Canadian pension plan deductions from my paycheck starting August 7th. Not sure if this is GESARA related, but since when does the government take their hands out of our pockets? That's a good point. I'm not sure what's going on there, but Trump is doing that here as well, which is he's stopping payroll tax for those states who will honor it. There are other states who just refuse to, and most of those are democratically controlled states. If they are trying to get more metal for themselves by manipulating the system, and metal is getting more difficult to get, can we expect them to try another manipulation soon and cause another dip? And make no doubt about it, you're going to see a lot of ups and downs between now and what I believe is when we might see a revaluation of gold or silver, which is in October. But between then and there, you can probably see some pretty mean swings. So that's why I'm telling people, don't get caught up in it emotionally. Find a way to cash out some of it, but not all of it. It could be a 10-year bull run. Yes, it could be. The position I'm in, what I have right now, I can't flex anymore, and any discretionary is based on the income from my side hustle. Gotcha. It will have up shot up by the time I can buy more silver. No, you don't know that. So don't look. You guys can't keep trying to anticipate when this is going to happen. All you got to do is stay focused on a target. What is that? Stacking. That's all you got to do. Forget about what everybody's anticipating when this day is going to happen. What you do is you do all you could to try to stack as much as possible. That's all you can do. Just keep grinding and grinding. All right. You'd be surprised how many of you come up with clever ways. There's a lot of you out there when I first started talking about this are like, oh, I'm never going to be able to do this. And you have come up with many different ways and now have some pretty huge stacks. All right. So in a short period of time, mind you. So anyways, by getting a business loan, I can put it towards expanding the business, and I have plans exactly how to maximize the value. As a secondary effect, the cash I have set aside currently for my side hustle, basic expenses right now, I can take out with owner's draw and use it for personal. Got you? Got you? Yeah. You can actually, if I'm not mistaken, invest in the physical gold and silver as a company and use it as part of your financial foundation. So it does still free up money for personal use. Got you? Personally, I don't have much to sell, and to get extra cash, live out of the middle of nowhere. Okay, so I don't know if you just watched hopefully you watched the beginning part of this, and you've seen a guy talking about how he's going to live for the next 25 years in addition to what he has in his retirement, for the next 25 years off 10,000 ounces of silver. You don't necessarily have to have 10,000 ounces of silver, but you get what he's doing. You can kind of find a way to customize how much you think you can use extra per year and how many ounces you need to get there at a fixed rate of $18. We all know that's a bullshit rate, but I'm just saying, just kind of like, underestimate, and then when it overperforms, you'll have extra. Do you get where I'm coming from? Pimpy's chat room is everyone's own personal life trauma falling into the timing of this RV thing or an astrological event predicted around April. Have you noticed anything unusual, like remembering to forgetting the past? So here's the thing. Definitely something's happened in April, but as well as September. April, I'm anticipating big things to happen. And October, that is. October, I'm anticipating big things. But between now and October, we're going to see a lot of very interesting things happen, especially this month. Especially what's today, the 8th of September. I'm anticipating some very interesting things happening over the next week. So we'll keep an eye on it, but there's no doubt that there's something happening in October. What it is, we'll find out. I have heard online a few people that I know who have had their debts completely paid off for some reasons that have just gone. Because of this, I do believe debt will be forgiven. There's a lot of people, and I mean around the world, who are showing that their debt has been paid off. I personally have had my student loan removed. I'm grateful for my 2 ounces, and Friday I'm going to buy another. There you go. That's how it is. Don't give up. Stop looking at what other people have. It doesn't matter. All you need to focus on is doing everything you can to add to your pile. Don't be one of these people who go over and go, look, the grass is greener on the other side, and you're looking at how much they got, and then you get frustrated. Don't look over the fence. Tend to your own garden. Do you see what I'm saying? Life's a garden. Dig it? All right. Just got a few ounces of silver. Use your code, and got my half ounce for free. I like how you spelled half there. But look, I love that. I love seeing that you guys are getting it, because free is better than paying for it. Any chance you can make a guess prediction on silver price and timeline? I'd love to hear some thoughts on this. So, we don't usually do dates and rates. I mean, I'm just paying attention. There's a lot of theories that I have, and then I pay attention out there to see what other experts are saying. And then I go, okay, so that's interesting. That's kind of what I'm saying. You know what I mean? People like Lynette Zhang, Arcadia Economics, Kitco, all these people out there, Ray Dabios, and paying attention to these guys. These guys have been in this game for a long time. So there's no way to predict it, but if you want to look at the debt clock, that's, in our opinion, a reflection of the true value of gold and silver. When that's going to happen, we're anticipating that happening this year. I can't wait to look all funky doing my Pimpy dance. I love it. Lynette Zhang, a Pimpy interview would be awesome. Yes, it would, man. I would love to interview Lynette Zhang. I really would. Pimpy the silver pumper. That's right. I'm telling you, look, that's the poor man's goal, but it will outperform. Do you see this man's right at the beginning of this video? Do you hear what he's saying? That's crazy. Now, I understand a lot of you can't get 10,000 ounces. That's fine. That's absolutely fine. But, maybe you can get close to 5,000 or maybe you can get close to 2,000. But either way, if you think about what this man's saying, and he's being really super conservative. If you think about how close you are, or some of you are in retirement, if you think about where he is what he's talking about, and you do that, it's additional income plus the money you're getting already from retirement. It's awesome. Your notifications don't always work. Nope, I noticed that, people. So you have to just manually check in. Don't get notifications on the last several video. Have to manually go to your channel. What's YouTube doing? Who knows, man? They always are up to something. So hopefully you subscribe, and then all you have to do is come and check out to see if I release new videos. I do it every day, so it's no problem. Lynette Zhang is the anti-Santa Surfer, Charlie Ward, Charlie Freak, yada, yada. She does her own research. Yes, she does. Calculations analyst, and doesn't claim insiders are telling her the real special info into anything. No, she doesn't. And she's an awesome woman. I love the way that she simplifies things. It's the same thing I try to do. That's why when I'm explaining to people what's going on, I don't want you to just take my word for it. I try to go out and find other experts who are pretty much saying the same thing that I am, so I can share with you so you can feel confident about your investment. She does the hard work, doesn't make ridiculous claims, doesn't say God's on her side or anything else. Well, God is on her side, I would imagine. You know what I mean? Thanks to Lynette Zhang for the information. I believe the history repeats itself. It's a good thought to remember. And that way we will not get disappointed. Thank you, Pimpy. No, look, I love listening to Lynette Zhang. She really does have this way of simplifying things that's really important for a lot of people to get important information and sometimes simplify it. Just because, when it comes to analysis of anything, it could be really crazy sounding, you know what I mean? People can get lost in that, and we don't want that to happen because it could be discouraging them from what's really important. That is stacking precious metals. Pimpy, I love Lynette. She's a cross of apocalyptic doom, essential, smart, and hope. Feel some more connected to someone who shares both sides of the picture and solution. Oh yeah, and a solution. The fact that you and her give sources and personal experiences gold. I keep telling you guys, I love her to death, man. I told you if I had Pimpy University, I would hope that Lynette Zhang would be my gold and silver professor. Hey, Pimp, why don't you drink a moonshine? That's funny. I just took a drink. I can always hear ice in your mason jar. All right, so just so you know, a lot of times what you hear me drinking is water. But from time to time, if I'm being honest, it just depends on what time of the day it is. I will have wine in there, okay? But what's happening is I'm talking all day long and my throat gets parched. It gets real parched. So I will drink from time to time. Hey, Pimpy, it's a huge turnoff when you continue to say over and over, I told you. Please stop. Why do you feel the need to reprimand your fans? I ain't reprimanding. When I say I told you, that's so people can say, hey, look, the reason why I say I told you so is so that when I'm trying to reassure you about your investments, that you feel positive about your decision making when I share my information. So I like to say, I go, hey, look, I told you so this is going to happen. That's just me reaffirming that I did tell you that this is going to happen, and it did happen. And again, it's also my way of patting people on the back saying, see, you did do the right thing. That's what I'm trying to tell people. As far as reprimand, I don't think I've ever reprimanded any, and I don't call them fans. I don't know if you guys are fans. Subscribers. Just bought 120 ounces of silver rounds. Oops. Why are you saying oops? That's a good deal. My wife wasn't on board. That's why you said oops. So let's say I need silver to go up. The more I listen to people, the more I'm thinking generic silver rounds were the wrong choice. No, actually they're not. They're the most affordable, and it's still silver. Silver right now is what we want to stack. That's not a bad choice. It's a lot more affordable. You get more bang for your buck. Hang tight there, Tyler. Trust me, you'll be okay. It's been hard as hell, but I've been spending $300 a week on my metals. I'm so happy that I have a lot of silver. Bought up to 14 ounces. Keep going. Congratulations. Anything over 24 is a win for me, so I started buying more. Okay, that's what you do. You just get head chicken tender. I love that. Anyways, that's what you do. You find a way, man. A lot of you people, like we talked about, is how much you spending on coffee, how much you spending on beer, how much you spend on alcohol, how much you spend on cigarettes. That's additional discretionary funds that you could be putting towards precious metals. And later on, when it goes up in value, just think about all the coffee, cigarettes, and alcohol you could buy if you wanted. Just a quick warning. Thought I was buying silver from Australia. Ended up being China. And it's all fake. Yeah, you guys need to be careful with this. So if you want to find out if your precious metals are real, this is what you do. Put a magnet over it. If the magnet picks it up, it's fake. Let me make that perfectly clear again. If the magnet picks up your coin, it is fake. A magnet will not pick up a real gold coin, and it will not pick up a real silver coin. So you need to be very, very careful. Yeah, again, that's my concern about what's going on with the comics. The fact that they're turning to China, of all people, to help with their inventory. Thank you, Pimpy. I'm a 60-year-old, and I own 15 million in Vietnam Dong, 2 million in IQD, 32 ounces of silver. If the USD goes back to gold, what it will mean for me? Oh, what will it mean for you? Yeah, that's going to cause the value of gold and silver to really skyrocket is what that means. Okay, so yeah, that's what we're looking for. Okay, so will be 1-to-1? Are you talking about, okay, so now you're talking about, which is something different altogether, which is the exchange rate, which is the currency, the global currency reset. So we don't know what it's going to turn out to be. I'm anticipating, if Trump's saying that all of us need to be on a level playing ground, some currencies are too low, some currencies are too high. I can't help but feel like he's thinking we should go back to a 1-to-1 ratio. That doesn't mean it's going to happen. That's just what I'm expecting. So will it happen? I don't know. We'll find out. I'm a single man with no children, and I hope I can live to at least 75. Think positive, it'll happen. Or more, of course. Of course. So what I can do more, buy silver again and just stay like I am at this time. Look, here's the thing. Last question. If it comes to gold, I live in Canada and we don't have any gold here. Oh, I know, man. I heard about that. I heard it from more than one person. But I did share some websites. Go in the description to some websites in Canada. I do believe they are offering gold in your local areas. Give it a try and see what happens. Yeah, I know. They sold your Prime Minister Trudeau, you know, the guy that wears blackface more than once, sold it all to China. So what does this mean for me? Okay, it just means if you can't get your hands on gold, that's fine. I'd prefer you guys put it in a silver. That's the poor man's gold, and it outperforms gold anyways. So keep stacking on silver. Forget everything else. Just focus on silver. The more, the better, and then hang tight. Love, Pimpy and Lynette. Love and light to all from Cali. Love right back to you. Pimpy dance, laugh. Can't wait. Yeah. Pimpy, thank you so much for all your extremely valuable information. I'm always learning, and you always seem to be spot on. Can you explain how to buy the Vietnamese dong? So for you guys, when I was buying my foreign currency, I bought mine from Exchange of America. So I haven't had to buy none in a long time because I set a goal and I met that goal, and it's just been sitting where it belongs. So for the most part, Vietnam Dong in most places, you can actually go to your bank and find out if they sell foreign currencies or buy foreign currencies. And if so, see if they'll order for you Vietnam Dong. Most of them can do that. That's what I would highly recommend. As far as anywhere else, I don't know, because the one site that I did trust and do trust is I don't know if they're out of Vietnam Dong. Let me look here real quick. We're just going to check real quick. Exchange of America. So if I go to Exchange of America, see how they spell it with an X? Very slick, right? So if I go to Exchange of America, this is where I used to get mine. But I think they're out of IQD, which is the Iraqi dinar. But if I go to buy currencies, and you have to select. Okay, so here it is down here. See this? So you hit the drop button, the drop down button, that is. Come on. Okay, so if you go all the way down to the bottom, I think is where it is. So they do. They have Vietnam Dong right now. So you could go to Exchange of America if you want to and purchase Vietnam Dong. All right? That should help you. They're no affiliate with me. That's where I bought mine. That's who I trust. Okay? But I would try your bank first because it's much more cheaper. I mean, like a lot cheaper. Maybe I'm confused. What is the current theory regarding gold and silver? Do you still believe somehow that the US dollar will be backed by gold and silver? So there's nothing to be confused. That is the goal. I absolutely feel like we are going to get there. So it doesn't make a difference whether we move there first or not. The truth of the matter is the world is moving back to sound money, which is currencies backed by gold and silver. Either we're going to do it or somebody else is going to initiate it, and we're going to have to follow them anyway. So there's no getting around this. Yes, indeed, we're going to have to go back to some form of an asset-backed currency, okay? So we'll keep an eye on that. Trump, although I'm voting for him, isn't doing everything he can to push through debt forgiveness like you imply. I don't know if I ever implied that he's going to do actual debt forgiveness. I'm just saying that there's some things on the NESARA GESARA list that I noticed that he's doing. I don't think I've ever implied that he will actually do debt forgiveness. All right. I know a lot of people in the United States who have experienced debt forgiveness, whether it's a mortgage, student loan, credit card debt. So a lot of us have. I personally have. We all know my story. But as far as Trump coming out and doing something about it, well, we'll see. Again, we'll see. The House failed to get enough votes a couple of months ago to override his veto on student loan forgiveness for predatory lending. Well, you don't need him to do that. If you are a person who is actually the victim of predatory lending for your student loan, you can go what's filed. Let me make sure you guys understand this. You can file what's called borrower's defense. All right, borrower's defense. Okay, go online, Google it. All right, file that. So if you are, and you can prove that you are a subject of predatory lending, you can file that and start a case, and then they will totally, if they find that this is true, they will forgive all your debt. So I encourage people to do that. Hey, Pimpy, I've been watching and following a while now. I have a question. I have 17,000 in weed stocks here in Canada, and I've lost about 5,000 worth, around 12K. Should I liquidate this and buy silver and gold, or should I wait and ride this out? So, look, I can't tell you what to do with your money because I'm not a financial advisor, nor a tax expert, nor a lawyer. But I want you to think about something and take this into consideration. If you took a $5,000 hit on a $17,000 investment into wheat stocks during the Rona, when that stock probably should have shot up during the coronavirus outbreak, I mean, that's just my opinion. It would seem to me that if at any time it should have went up, it should have been now. Do you see what I'm saying? So if I had to, if it was me, I would say, well, where is gold and silver performing? How is my weed stocks performing? Okay, and then I would make my choice. But it would seem to me that your weed stock, you would have seen some kind of bump during the coronavirus quarantine. If you haven't seen it by then, it's pretty questionable. So it's up to you. I'm always more confident in precious metals, always. Is there such a thing as a secure app to track your personal bullion supplies? I see tons of apps tracking spot price. Yes, I'm getting lazy with the pencil and paper. Well, then create a spreadsheet. It'll be easy for you. We'd love to hear how I track mine on a spreadsheet, so it's not hard. I mean, if you guys watch my stock watch videos, you'll see on the bottom of the spreadsheet that I have, I keep track of my gold purchases on there, and that's a suggestion. You guys can see how to do it, and it's easy to do. PB, I've been watching your stuff for the last 4 hours. You're a funny dude. Okay, now to business. I'm trying to invest more. I have to start small. I've mentioned before, I started with Zim. I hope silver is next. If Money Metal site doesn't have any, do you have a secondary recommendation? Oh, as far as where to buy, I can tell you this before I do make my recommendation, that Money Metals, when everybody else was out, still had supply. So kudos for Money Metals. All right, but Money Metals should be your first option if possible, because their rates are extremely competitive. Now, if for whatever crazy reason Money Metals is out, I check with AmpMex. All right, APMEX. They are somebody I've been dealing with for a very long time on my collectible coins. All right, I like them. So that would be my second option. Pimpy, I heard that your student loan was deleted or vanished. Is this true? Yes, it's true. It wasn't. It was removed. It's forgiven. I don't know how I got selected. There's no rhyme or reason. I did call and validate it. So I showed everybody on one of my videos that my student loan is now gone. I even showed everybody my credit report, and then I called and validated it. It's gone. Maybe I misunderstood, but are they now accepting Chinese refineries? Yes, they are. You didn't. I thought everyone knew that they were trying to sell bogus. Yes, they have. Okay, so I'm going to make the assumption that if the COMEX is purchasing precious metals of all places, and they're going to buy from China, I'm going to assume that they're testing it to make sure that's legitimate. Because the hell the COMEX will go through selling large orders to bankers, pension funds, and we find out it's fake, all hell would break loose. Do you see what I'm saying? So although I don't specifically trust China at all, even though I love their panda coins, I'm going to assume that COMEX is going to do everything they can to validate that the gold and silver is legitimate. I'm new at stacking silver. I have a question about the silver Libertads. Coins should I buy? Or should I wait? I buy when I have extra money. So the Libertads, okay, so again, you're getting into an area that's a collectible coin. You should buy silver rounds or silver bars. It's a little bit more cheaper than that, and you get more bang for your buck. Now, as far as Libertads are concerned, I love those coins. I have a ton of them. They're one of my favorite coins to collect as far as being a coin collector, okay? But if you're stacking silver, you want to avoid these types of coins. Just stick to silver rounds or silver bars, okay? Try that route. But Libertads, hell yeah, I love those things. This has nothing to do with Pimpy. My first purchase with Money Metals was in 2015. But my last two purchases experience have been interesting. Pimpy Code is a one-time good deal. Okay, totally good with that. However, I have multiple people living in my home with different names, not related and not married. Those people were not able to use the Pimpy Code because now it's a one-time use per household. Oh yeah, okay, I would imagine that's what it is. You know what I mean? I understand why, but let me see. Only knew this because I called Money Metals to discuss the shipment status, and they told me that about the one household rule to prevent scammers. And then you can probably understand what, you know what I mean? You can sit there and just crate people all day long in your house, and so you can understand why they do that. And he stopped talking then, and he must have heard my head start to explode. This is going on in my brain. Did you just accuse me of scamming? Well, no, I don't think he's accusing you. What they're saying is this prevents people in general, generally speaking, for a effing half ounce of gold after spending nearly $2,000 in the past 2 months. Yeah, again, it's not specifically saying you are. That's just generally speaking. My outside words said I must just trying to get another person to start buying using your company in Idaho since we are on Utah. Shipping should be easy. Well, that's when it got worse. The order was for $222 and 40% Canadian half dollars on September 1st. Funds withdrew on September 2nd. Estimated shipping date is 11 September. That's the main problem I have. Ignoring the whole scammer comment for now. We purchased them for mainly due to location. It's literally less than 4-hour drive from my house. From there to now, I bought, so getting there shouldn't be an issue. Although bought from MM to support Pimpy, now invoices won't open on their site, and I wanted to check the current shipping status. I think what happens if you go in your email, because that's what happens to me. When I order from them, I get in my email, they show you that something's been shipped, and it gives you a tracking number so you can ship it. I never bought it from there now, and I thought processing and shipping would take so long. Yeah, it's that's standard for all of us. I mean, they'll tell you when you purchase on there when the expected shipment date is. hopefully they do it sooner. Only because I don't want anything to in transit from 9 through 11 September in case something happens. Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about. That's actually crossed my mind. Again, nothing to do with Pimpy. However, very disappointed in the customer service. Actually, Money Metals has been great. A lot of people have nothing but positive things. So I'm sorry you had a bad experience, but nonetheless, that's funny you brought that up because I just literally was talking about I'd be concerned about my order, nothing to do with them. But, as we get around 9/11, it seems to me that something always pops up around that time. So, yeah, I am watching that myself. Come on, Pimpy, the Great Reset is not NESARA GESARA, nor did I say it was. As a matter of fact, guess what, Matthew? I got videos specifically out there. It's called The Great Set versus NESARA GESARA, showing that there's a huge difference between the two. I don't like you sharing that clip. After the rest of what she said was completely describing the Great Reset and how we lose more freedoms. Yeah, what she's trying to warn you is what she's doing. That's what the Great Reset is, not NESARA GESARA. She was saying there's a difference between the two. If NESARA is enacted and has to remove all debt, that is the law. There is no NESARA GESARA law. Just so we are clear, I've said that several times. There is no act. There is no bill. There is no law. What I have been able to do is go through the NESARA GESARA list and prove to you that not only since Trump's been in office have some of these been done, but they're still in process. So not only is it possible, but it's actually happening. But there is no official NESARA GESARA as of yet. But that doesn't mean these things won't happen. By taking down the cabal worldwide, we have gotten a lot of gold. And we have plenty left over. So that is the rumor, but there is no valid proof that that has happened. I've heard that rumor for the longest time, that we've depleted the so-called Vatican, that we've taken gold from the royal families, but there is no proof that that has happened. It's only hearsay right now. Trump is telling the QAnons that the market is going to crash. It is. There's no doubt about it. And part of that is going to be from getting rid of the Fed, and a lot of big players will be dumping their silver. Well, you hope they do, but that won't make no sense for these big players to be dumping that on account of they know it's going to go up in value. And so silver will go down to around below $10. Well, that, I know a lot of us are like, really? That would be nice. And we'll see if it happens. But if it does, people shouldn't panic. As a matter of fact, if it gets that low, good luck trying to find any silver anywhere at that level. Because everybody already is now educated and aware of what's going to happen. Therefore, finding any silver at that level, good luck. Then it will come back up. Yeah, hell yeah, it will. The demand for precious metals right now is stressing the comics. So, in other words, man, inventory is getting real scarce out there, right? The world will use the gold standard, and that should be the level of the playing field. Yeah, it will. And I'm no expert, but I'm willing to go down and I will buy. Yeah, so am I. So again, you're talking about what we're talking about. We do watch the market. We buy on the dip. We never sell on the dip. But again, there's no doubt about it, man. If silver gets down to $10 an ounce, where the hell are you going to be able to buy it at? Nobody will be able to find it. People will be scurrying around everywhere trying to find silver at that level. Good Lord, man. I would lose my shit if I found silver that low. Pimpy couldn't buy only for USA, Canada, not the UK. So, Carrie, if you look at my description, I believe I have not one, but 2 sites in which you can buy in the UK, all right? I know you can't buy here in the USA or Canada, but I do have in the description for you people over in the UK, Australia, Ireland, as well as other locations. Just check to see if it's in there. NESARA hype is winding down. Folks better get to work and deal with reality. Notice how there is very few posts on NESARA. Other topics will have to bring in views. Random folks getting debts wiped out. Just give us the false hopes. Give us the false hopes. I don't know about they're giving you false hopes as much as just keeping things in perspective. I don't know if the NESARA GESARA, because there's only so many things on the list to talk about. What I do is keep an eye out on news that's out there that might affect NESARA GESARA or is in line with NESARA GESARA. But you can only talk about it so much because, again, there's a list of items on there. And once you go through the items, what's left to really talk about? I've been playing with this silver mining stock for the last 2 months, ever since I saw my first Pimpy video. And I just wanted to say thank you, Pimpy. You are very welcome. The wild swings in the stock price on a weekly, daily basis really has been super fun and extremely lucrative. Yes, it has. If you guys are watching my stock watch video and you see that the miner stocks and precious metal stocks have done phenomenal, it just scares me a little having a bunch of cash in the market in general. I also picked up a couple ounces of gold along with about 75 ounces of silver. Great pickup so far. I like how you put that. All right. I'm trying to buy as fast as I can, but those pesky things like rent, gas, utilities, and food keep getting in the way. I know how that is. But I'm going to buy it until it hurts. Yes, same here. Trust me, man. I just keep every time I find a way to get discretionary funds, I turn around and put it right back into precious metals. It's hard to get away from because I really do see the bigger picture. I know what's coming. It's a once in a lifetime opportunity, and I don't think anybody should miss it. I really want to get at least a couple 100 ounces of silver and 10 ounces of gold. I would say, if you can, focus on the silver first because it will outperform gold. Do you see what I'm saying? Just praying to have enough time before it really takes off. Only need a couple more months. Well, keep your fingers crossed because you might be tightly in that window. But we're definitely going to find out what's going on here real soon. Thanks, Pimp. You are very welcome, and I appreciate the kind words. What's going on, other peeps? Pimpy, what happens to the market, hypothetical, when precious metal skyrockets? Well, hell, if it skyrockets, we all get rich. And all of us go over to sell ours. No problem. Say we all start selling back around the same time. Is there any chance that we miss out on some buku bucks if I don't sell at precisely the right time? Well, here's the thing. Make no doubt about it. The price is going to go up. And if it goes up to a level, so make sure you got an exit plan. If it gets to a level in which you think you want to start selling, then you go ahead and you make your sell. There are always going to be buyers. Right now, the big whales out there, these rich billionaires, will buy up everything you have. Trust me, if you offered it to them. So you're not going to miss out on anything because we believe this is going to be a 10-year run. You're going to see some serious adjustments, some big leaps, but over the next 10 years, we anticipate it continuing to climb. All right, so we want to keep an eye out on that. But make no doubt about it, whenever you're ready to sell, there will be somebody there to pick it right up from you. At the risk of sounding like a complete amateur, what's up with the debt clock rumors? Numbers again? So the debt clock, we always talk about the debt clock, and that is, we believe, and I believe that's me as well as some people out there, a lot of these experts believe that the debt clock's reflection of the value of gold and silver is the closest to reality. That's why we keep an eye on the debt clock. All right. As a matter of fact, I think it's actually undervalued in my opinion. Thanks for being a video version of Precious Metal Investments for Dummies. You're very welcome, and I appreciate the kind words. All right. I know you hear this a lot, but hearing it one more time is good for both our souls. All right. You were right. I was right. What was I right about? But a little bit of gold and silver here and there, a little at a time, it does add up quickly. Yes, I keep telling you guys, yes, Mike, I get it. So that's what you got to do, man. You just got to keep trugging at it, man. Stop worrying about what other people got. Stop worrying about how much time you got. Just keep focusing on when you can to turn around and do it. Try your local coin stores first, all right? It's cheaper there, all right? So just keep stacking. Eventually your stack starts to get up. Because I just took a few moments to add up what I have, and it is mind-blowing what I got thus far. So I double my goal and push hard to get there. Take it from me. We live paycheck to paycheck, but with some discipline and not eating out and buying stupid crap behind it. I got where I am. So, my friend, thank you for the info. You are very welcome, Mike. And again, congratulations, man. It's crazy how people, if they could just discipline their stuff and think about where they're really spending their money, whether it's on cigarettes, alcohol, Starbucks, you know what I mean? You know, I told you guys there's one individual who watches my videos, told you they were spending $40 a week on vaping. Stop vaping because, well, plus it was healthy for them. But not only that, it gives that individual $160 discretionary funds per month to continue to pump into precious metals. That will add up real quick. Don't forget, miners will open new veins and mine more gold with more demand. Oh, they'll try to, but silver is a byproduct. People don't know how to find silver. You usually find silver by accident. So if I'm mining for copper, and then all of a sudden, oh, what is this? You have silver. Okay, that's how it is. You can find gold, but silver is really hard to find. Supply can greatly change. It could. I just listened to interviews with a gold miner who talked about the veins they have and that they haven't begun to tap. Of course, that's there. Then you would think about investing into miner stocks, if you get my drift. But make no doubt about it, the world demand on precious metals right now is getting really stressful on the market. Thanks for the insight on precious metals. A few weeks ago, I bought some silver 1 ounce coins from a local bank at 41 Canadian each. Nice. The rate at that time was 36 Canadian. The bank seems to take a cut. Yeah, they will. Is this normal? I mean, here's the thing. I don't know a lot about Canadian banks, but them selling silver coins, that could be them just slapping a premium on there. I didn't realize that they sell silver coins at your bank there in Canada. If that's the case, well, then they would be a trusted bank. They'd be a trusted location. And so, yeah, having a premium above, yeah, that's not unusual. But even at that rate, it's really super undervalued, okay? Also, what is the price point? Would you say hold off on buying silver? For me, once it starts getting around $50 an ounce, I'll pause for a little bit just to see what happens. But even at $50 an ounce, it's way undervalued in my opinion. That's just my opinion. Pimpy, you need to let people know that silver is criminally manipulated. And it is better to invest in gold. Well, gold's criminally manipulated, so they both are criminally manipulated. So that isn't, all that means is that the prices are, suppressed, that they're not the real prices, but they will shoot up. They can only manipulate the prices for so long. And since silver is a poor man's gold and it's cheaper to buy, you can get more silver with your money than you can gold. All right? Okay, guys, I was watching Trump's press conference, and he says something weird at the end. He said that he's going to make a big announcement at the end of the third quarter, a few days before the election. And it has to do with the GDP, which covers investing. I don't know why, but this means something to me. Any thoughts on anywhere, or Pimpy, what do you think? Yeah, well, again, there's a lot of us anticipating Trump moving us into the gold standard is what we think this announcement is. I got 2 ounces of silver. I made $11 an hour and bring home $330 a week and pay $1,100 a month in home bills, rent, utilities, sewer, water, and food. I started to walk to work to start this silver gig. Congress could pass the stimulus money. I'm spending it all on silver. See, again, Dump is doing everything needed to continue to add to the stack, man. That's admirable, people. That's what you got to do. Find a way. That's it for now, you guys. I want to say I appreciate you. That's for dang sure. And just letting you know that if you like the video, please hit the thumbs up button. If you're not a subscriber, please do so, because when you do, it helps out the channel. And to remember to keep on stacking, all right? I'll catch you later. Bye.